Hey, it's Mega Mel. A couple days after Thanksgiving, my daughter Tracy's filming for us today. You might have heard from her yesterday when Jay and I did the chainsaw video. And a lot of you may know, some of my granddaughters have been in my videos, like Bailey, riding their motorcycles and talking about trail tips and things. But I heard from my granddaughter Jordan, who goes to CSU in Fort Collins, Colorado, her and her friend Harmony were feeling kind of left out. They weren't getting in on my Mega Mel YouTube. So we decided to do, thanks to Jay, a holiday safety tips YouTube. And that's what this is all about. So let's get with it, huh? That's Jordan, that's Bailey. And here we're going to talk about fireplaces. Fireplaces is a wonderful thing to have, but can be very dangerous. They burn a lot of houses down. It's very simple. Don't put too big of a fire in your fireplace. Use a fireplace screen. If you're going to go to bed and that fire is not out, it's just like out in the national forest. You don't want to burn your house down. So you want to use some glass doors. If you're going to let that fire keep burning overnight, close the glass doors and go to bed. If you're going to leave home, the very best thing is to put that fire out. Get a water squirter or something. Get the fire out. Finally, if you're going to put a fire in a fireplace, open the damper. A lot of people don't know that there's a damper inside there. Get that thing open so the air can go up the chimney. When you're not burning a fire, you can close the damper. You'll save some hot air in your house. What about candles?
Well, fires are not the only dangerous thing in the house. Candles can be just as dangerous, because if you leave them on when you leave the house, it can burn down onto the wood and start a fire. So always make sure you have some kind of base. It could be metal or glass or anything non-flammable. If you leave this on when you leave, it could have some serious trouble. And I know I've done that and gotten in trouble with my mom a couple of times.
What about curtains? You mentioned that?
Oh yeah, you have to have curtains.
If there's any curtains above, don't have a candle.
Or like the wreaths around during Christmas time, you don't want any of that, because you light that on fire.
Let's go to the kitchen.
Let's go.
Danger zone. Let's go. Here we are in the kitchen. What about here? What tips do we have?
Just like the candles and the fire, you never want to leave it unattended when you're cooking, because that could cause some issues. And what also is really dangerous is frying. So that could be a problem, which make sure you always have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen.
Where's ours?
Readily available in case you do.
If you have a cooking fire.
And you just have to make sure you're ready.
Never ever leave home without leave things cooking. Now, she talked about frying is particularly dangerous. One of the things a lot of people want to do at a holiday time is cook a turkey in a deep fryer. It seems to be a popular thing. I guess they taste pretty good. Why not? A lot of fat in your diet always tastes good. But let me tell you something. That's about the most dangerous thing you ever want to mess with is 5 gallons of 500-degree cooking oil. Don't you remember that's the stuff they used to pour off of castles onto the invaders to repel them and kill them? So I recommend bake your turkey. Stay away from 500-degree hot oil. It can get spilled. It can explode. Hot oil is like diesel fuel in an engine. That can explode and burn your whole house down. So
like the refrigerator.
I don't recommend it. I just don't recommend it. Now, one of the other things about the kitchen, a lot of people don't realize how dangerous this is. Food. If you check out my book on losing weight, the Mega Mel book on losing weight, there's a chapter in there on junk food. There's a chapter in there on stocking the house. And in that cartoon on stocking the house, there's a big sign in my cartoon. They should post a keep out, no trespassing, danger sign in this junk food aisle at the store, because that stuff is very dangerous.
And so is the fat in the turkey.
Oh, totally, yeah. Now, let's move on to lighting.
Which is a big issue during the holidays.
Yeah, this is always fun. Everybody wants to put up their Christmas lights and their holiday lights and all that stuff. And what can happen is this. Zoom in on that maybe a little bit. That's only about 7 strings. You might have 12 or 15. Now you're plugging light into light into light into light. It's a lot of electricity. Would you want to trust your nice house to a 99-cent plastic plug from who knows where? I don't think so. Use a nice power strip for your plugs. Don't get into this trap, which could, who knows, burn your house down. Now, what about ladders? Everybody's probably going to put up their Christmas tree.
With their Christmas lights.
Yep. yeah, this is way worse. We got a little snowy day going here in Colorado, and I want to talk this ladders very briefly. I just been up on my ladder putting up some Christmas tree lights, and what you want to do with the ladder, the extension ladder, is make sure you got it high enough, not going to slip off the roof. And now at the base, you want, for every 10 feet up, you're going to want the base of the ladder out about 3.5 feet, and you can use the flat parts on your ladder and the feet down here on your ladder. You can use the feet to look and see, do I have it in a good position? A lot of this is common sense. You don't want the feet sticking way out there where they don't have any weight on them, but you don't want it in totally vertical where you can fall over backwards with it. So a ladder is a lot of common sense. But if you're going to be on a steep hill, make sure the feet are staked down and tied down, or tied to a wall, back at the wall. Make sure the feet of the ladder cannot go out from under you. That's the most important thing. So that's a happy holidays safety tip from Mega Mel, Jordan, and Bailey.
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.